Hello, uglies. It's Desmond.
And LaCresha.
And welcome back to the channel. And today we are here to discuss the Boulet Brothers Dragula, Season 5, Episode 2. But before we get into it, I want to remind everyone to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We are so close to our goal of 500 subscribers. We will love you forever and more if you took just a quick second to subscribe. Okay? We love you. So, what did we think of episode 2?
Was that?
Overall, I thought it was a good episode, but the mistreatment of JK is finna drive me up the wall.
Insane.
I'm like, I don't understand it. And as much as I love Throb, I wanted to throat them. I said that wrong.
Punch them in the throat.
Yeah, like I just wanted to punch them like, boop! Don't do that. Don't do that. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Does it help? Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get to it. We're gonna get
I
to
know.
it.
That's why I shut up. I shut up.
Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into this episode. Warum. So we start off the episode inside of the laboratory.
Yes.
They come inside, they're talking, they all believe JK is the one to go home. I don't understand why they hate JK. I don't get it.
I don't either.
And at this point, I think it's just like somebody said it, I can't remember. Oh, probably JK said it. I feel like they're just using JK as an scapegoat. They like, oh, well, JK should go home.
They are using JK as a scapegoat. Because the thing is like she said to begin with, or they said to begin with, it was like they came in, everybody was kikiing and joking, and then everybody just picked this one person and this one comment, and everybody's like, oh, it's on you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's some fifth grade shit, because that's how I got treated in the fifth grade.
Yes. Onyx talked about, stepping her game up. Then they congratulate Neo on their win, which, they really did slay that first week challenge. I may not agree with their placement this week, but we'll talk about that here in a minute, okay? Alright, so we find out that Satana, which we knew last week, Satana won and is going to be staying in the competition. They come in, they're all like, oh yeah, we're happy, me, 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 me. Satana just talks about the extent of the extermination because I didn't realize they made them walk back.
Oh, man.
I was sitting there and I'm like, wait, they made y'all walk back too? Like, it's bad enough y'all had to walk 5 miles there, but they made y'all walk. That's 10 miles in one night.
In one night.
I know they got their steps in, honey. Oh, I know they got their steps in.
Look. Let me. I don't know if I could have did it.
Baby, 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 just call me Ashanti. But the alarm goes off, and typically they go to the main stage to get, their weekly message. But they now have it set up in the laboratory.
Yes, they own some of the other show stuff.
Yeah, they're on the Drag Race stuff. And I don't mind. I just wish they stop acting like that the other show don't exist. It just it bothers me. Especially like season 4 when Miss Ma'am J. Jolie popped up.
J. Jolie was on there.
They could have easily just said Drag Race.
Right. Like, I was on another show.
And let's just be honest, most fans of Drag Race are watching Dragula.
Exactly.
Now, there are some, Dragula stands that only watch Dragula. They don't watch Drag Race. I don't want to hear in the comments. But majority of the people who watch Dragula watch Drag Race. I would love for them to do a crossover one day. I would love that. Coincided with like their Titans and All-Star seasons coincided that they start around the same time.
Yes.
And have Ruby on the premiere of Dragula and have the Boulets be on the premiere of All Stars. That would be a gag. That would be a fun gag. Let there be harmony in these worlds, okay, honey? There's room
I
for
don't
all.
understand what the dissonance is between the two of them to begin
There is
with.
room for all these drag race shows, okay? Room for all of them.
They all book the same gigs.
And I want to see more drag race shows. Like, I really want to get into Call Me Mother. It's a show that's in Canada, but we can watch it on Out TV if you get the subscription thing to Out TV. I'm thinking about getting it so that I can watch the first 2 seasons. Because I see some clips, and Michaela Couture was on there. So,
Yeah.
I've seen some clips, so I'm like, well, let me go. I want to watch. But anyway, this is how they get their weekly messages now. I almost called it a room mail. The Boulets show up, and they announce that this week's main challenge is filth. Filth. And they said online that, what was it, last season they got ragged on because there wasn't any filth
Enough
challenges.
filth. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, oh, y'all want filth, honey? We finna give y'all some filth up in
All
the
the
streets.
filth.
All the filth. So we find out that the category is, it is trash can children. I'm sorry, I couldn't read for a second. Which is an inspiration behind these 80s trading cards called the Garbage Pail Kids. Now, granted, I didn't have these cards. I wasn't alive then. But did you have these cards?
Not so much. Yeah, I did. I did.
You did?
Oh my god.
I love that.
They were basically the Garbage Pail Kids were the direct opposite, kind of sort of like how we just discussed. We have Drag Race. We have Dragula. Drag Race was like Cabbage Patch Kids.
Got you.
Dragula was the Garbage Pail
Kids. Okay.
And I preferred Garbage Pail Kids. I sat here literally for 3 hours and watched an unboxing of Garbage Pail Kids cards. These are 40.
I spent a pretty good amount of time looking it up because I'm like, okay, I need to know what I would do. So I need to go look at these cards to see how I would have played off the filth aspect.
Oh my god, my favorite one was I don't remember what her name was, but she liked to dig in her nose and had slime and sludge.
I think I saw that one as I was
scrolling everywhere. That was my favorite one. I remember them. I remember having one where like it had eyes everywhere. There was another one where like they could move their eyes to any place. Missing limbs. There was like a baby that had like an open mouth for a stomach. Yeah. Nostalgia. I'm old.
Oh no, you're good. I'm glad you are knowledgeable about it. Then hopefully we can agree on 2 of the top 3 should not have been there because you didn't do the challenge. Yes, you did filth. But this is also Garbage Pail Kids. You didn't match that aspect.
Right, because again, they were based off of the Cabbage Patch Kids, and so they had similar like facial structure and cartoonish aspect.
And that was the main thing I was looking for was the cartoon aspect. But we'll get to those looks here in a minute. But they also announced that this week's Fright Feet, they will be drinking a lovely smoothie.
A lovely concoction.
Hold on, let me see if the concoction is here. It was called the Curse of the Teletubby Turkey Bowl. That's what they would win. But they had to consume a garbage smoothie that had chitlins and a whole bunch of other stuff in it.
They would put chitlins in it. Ugh, God.
And juice from the trash.
You can revoke my black card if you want to.
Oh, baby, they can have it. They can have it. I do not eat chitlins. I can't.
I do not.
We are not slaves anymore. I cannot do it. Matter of fact, here, y'all can have my card. My wallet's in my bathroom. But if it was on me, y'all could have it. Because I don't eat chitlins. Can't do it.
No.
Can't do it.
Tripe. None of that. Only time I can eat tripe is in menudo. which makes me like an undercover Mexican.
I don't even like menudo.
I love menudo. I haven't had it in a really long time.
I remember the first time my
Pozole, I
stepdad
eat a
brought it
lot of that
home.
though.
My first time my stepdad brought that home, I'm like, oh yeah, I'll try it. Never again. Never again.
What? Menudo?
Menudo, never again. Never again. Because he got it from that truck stop here in my head. You know which truck stop I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. But it used to be across from HEB. Now it's across from the old snack shack.
Yeah.
That one. He got it from there.
Oh, no. I get their nachos when I'm in
Oh
town.
my god, their nachos are so good. I love their street tacos. I love them.
Yes, their street tacos are awesome. If you're ever in Mahia, Texas,
I don't
and
even know
you
the
want
name
like
of it. I just know it's the taco truck. It has a name. I see it.
something express.
So yeah, they be killing it. Okay, they be killing it. But
Yeah.
yeah, let's get into this Gigiana. So they're sitting here, and here comes this babe. I should know his name. I knew his name at one point,
You did. You knew it last season.
and I don't remember it. Now. I even knew the little black boy they had for Titans. What happened to him? Why did he come back? Maybe they're like, we had all these improvements. We can't afford a second person here. Maybe he's just for Titans. So like a couple years down the road or next year, whenever they plan on doing another Titans, that's the only time you'll see him. He's exclusively for Titans. Who knows? But he brings in this lovely smoothie.
Lovely tray of smoothies.
Oh god. Oh god. This one would be hard for me. At least this ain't like Titans where if you don't do the fright feat, you get eliminated. So
Right.
I would look at me. I would attempt it, make it look like I'm doing it. Probably get one good swallow in, and that's it. The rest I'm just making it look good.
Look, you know how you cheat that? You just let it go out the side of your mouth. You sit there and you work your jaw like you trying to swallow, and it's all just you have the majority of it on your shirt, and you just be like,
And then just stop every now and then and be like everybody else.
you do that anyway, unless you was holding your nose.
Yeah, I think it was Throb who was holding their nose. I'm like, smart, honey, because baby. But yes, we put out all.
Gotta throw up immediately.
They put out all the cups, but there's one extra cup that was placed here. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, so either JK's coming back, or they're gonna do like Dali did on season 4, how Dali didn't show up to episode 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, somebody's coming back from a previous season. Who? But we found out it was indeed JK has been resurrected and is back in the competition. Ooh, baby, they did not like that.
Like that. Oh my god. The hateration in this nation.
Baby, and the smile upon my face. I'm like, yeah. Y'all thought they were gone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, y'all thought they were
Christ.
gone. Wrong. So, it is now time to get into this week's fright feat. I tried to get screenshots that didn't show much, upchucking.
Gore.
So the ones I got is just of them drinking it. And this one is Cynthia puking, but the way that the cup is positioned, you don't see it. But we find out that the winner of this week's fright feat is the returning JK.
Hey.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yes, you lose and you come back.
So they get the Teletubby toilet bowl award. Cursed. And they get to choose one of their opponents to put inside of a, what do you call them things? A porta potty.
Porta potty.
And that's where they have to get dressed. Makeup, put on your costume and everything from in there. So.
That explains so much.
So how would you have handled this curse if you would have won the fright feat? Would you have gone with the biggest competition or somebody who's been getting on your nerves since the first second?
How petty am I?
I already know my answer.
You'd have been real petty and put the person you didn't like.
Who knows? I'm gonna let you answer first, and then I'm gonna answer.
Because if I'm being honest, I would have put my biggest competition in there.
Mm-hmm. And you're right. I'm a petty bitch, so the one getting on my nerve the most would have. Now, double points that the person who's getting on my nerves is also a front runner. Oh, But yeah, especially since Cynthia was coming in hot since JK was coming back, I'm like, you know what?
Exactly.
My strategic mind would have said
would
Neo.
not have been in the forefront of my mind
if you would have shut up.
If you would have kept your mouth shut.
So yeah.
Because, baby, I was sitting there and I was washing collard greens and was sitting there and was like, shut up. Shut up.
Yeah. So in this case, I agree with JK. I would have done it too. Because typically, yeah, I would have went after the biggest threat. Neo, sorry, boo. You going to have to get ready in the porta potty. But Cynthia, you're running your mouth. You talking all that shit.
The biggest mouth.
So how about you go get ready in shit?
Mm-hmm.
Big purr.
You want to talk shit? Now you can go get ready in shit.
Big purr, take the little purr, honey.
Mm.
And Cynthia, not surprised at all. And you shouldn't be.
Mm-hmm.
So we see them getting ready for their Trash Can Kids runway. And then we see old Cynthia running off to their porta potty.
Le porta potty.
Yeah. Oh my.
How I wondered, like, do you think that really had excrement in it, or do you think that they were just playing it up for the show?
I don't know. Knowing the Boulets, they probably really did have some in there.
Oh God.
I would have been no good.
No good. Oh my God.
And then they had freaking Blackberry go check on her. I'm like, out of all people.
Of all people. Oh, wait, and Blackberry was so shady because she was like, could you give me a beauty blender? And baby Blackberry was gone.
Baby ain't got nothing to do with me, okay? Okay. So let's go ahead and get to their new and improved main stage. And up first, we have the Boulet brothers. What do we think of them this week?
I was like, look, with more money comes better styling.
Say it again. Say it again.
With more money comes better styling.
Maybe they got stylists this season because, you know, they said last season they've been doing it themselves. Maybe this year they hired somebody. Because last week's was cute. And this week, I'll give it to them. I like this.
Yes.
I like this very much.
Very much so.
Very much. Very much. Now let's get into our special guest judge, Matthew Lillard.
Oh, God. My little...
When he popped up in the trailer, I'm like, they got Matthew Lillard.
I used to be so in love with him.
They got Matthew
Lillard.
Icon. The definition of icon.
Yes, because him in 13 Ghosts was... Whew.
Let's not forget, as you can see, they credit him for Scream here, but let's not forget, he played Shaggy so good, he's now the voice for Shaggy.
Yeah.
Like in all the animated stuff since he's played Shaggy, he has voiced Shaggy. That's how good he played that role.
Yes.
Like, it's just this man.
Now I gotta find out where they play 13 Ghosts. But I'm gonna have to, like, watch it early in the day so that by the time I go to sleep at night, I'm not... I ain't
gonna lie to you, that was a gag the first time I watched Scream. And we got to the ending. And I'm like...
he was one of the killers.
And I didn't see it coming. Typically, I can see things coming.
Right.
And then his little boyfriend over there, I'm like, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Did you see the updated him on TikTok?
The one of the two dancing?
Oh God, he is sexy.
I'm gonna say if he redid that scene, no, I didn't see it.
No. So, well, first of all, can we talk about the scream mask trend on TikTok during Halloween? And was it a trap that I fell into? Just a little bit, but more towards like
Now,
the
see,
closer we were to
I didn't see
Halloween.
it on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter. And, Twitter doesn't have the same restrictions as TikTok. So you saw a
Oh,
little bit more than what I wanted to see scrolling through Twitter. I'm like, oh my god.
ooh,
I didn't
I
need to see all
missed
that.
it.
I didn't
You
need to
need
see
to
all
let the
that.
thirsty girl know these things.
I'm like,
I
I
am
need to check on
parched.
the people that I'm following because it said such and such liked. I'm like, you would like this. You would.
But I haven't been on X in a really long time.
Yeah, I know
So,
you haven't, but like some of my other followers, I don't think they realize they're gonna put your likes on the timeline. Especially if like several people have liked it, it'll say, "Oh, such and such like this," and I'm like, "Oh, y'all both, okay, okay," because I'm like, "Oh, that's a nice costume," and I scroll down more, I'm like, "Oh, whoa, whoa,
crossing swords.
whoa." But yes, Matthew Lillard in the house, icon, legend.
Yes.
I
And
like.
then right next to them was my Christmas icon,
Who's your Christmas icon?
Landon Cider.
Oh yes, Landon
I
Cider.
love I
Season
love
three
their version
winner.
of All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, season 3 winner, and it's going to be a rotating judge this season. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Landon. I'm
Yeah.
super excited to see some more of Landon because we weren't reviewing Dragula at the time of season 3. Honestly, I don't think we were reviewing any drag related content at the time of
Mm-mm.
season 3. But I was such a huge. As soon as Landon ate that cup of spiders, day one, I stand.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, you know what? That's our winner right there. That's our winner. That is all.
And guess what?
That was the first
They
season I
won.
watched live of Dragula too. So I'm like, that's my winner. Every week I tuned in. I'm like, again, that's my winner. Crown the king. Crown. All live the king. All
Huh.
hail the king. There we go. All hail the king.
God save the king.
God save the king. Okay.
Oh, which we can say like for real, for real.
You can say that for real, for real.
Well, because now we
So
have a king and a queen.
let's get to, and remember, Trash Can Kids, which is a reference to the Garbage Pail Kids. Let's remind the children what the category is.
Yes, because we
Filth.
did go off on a 10-minute tangent.
Oh no, not even that. It's just some people have forgotten on this main stage here. So
Oh, yeah.
up first we have Blackberry, who followed the assignment.
Mm-hmm. Look just like one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The oversized outfit, the big hair, and then, the skin infliction.
So
Because that's how the cards were presented too.
mm-hmm.
Like the cards were presented where there was a clean side and then you flipped it over or you lifted it up or you flipped it open or however it went. And then you saw the grossness.
Mm-hmm. So I meant to ask this before we get into the looks, but Roxy
What would I
St.
have
James
done?
is on Dragula.
Oh,
You have to bring a look, a filth look, inspired by the Garbage Pail Kids. What are you doing and why?
I probably would have just emulated one
Mm-hmm.
and did the whole okay. Well, I don't have a lot of followers, so nobody really would have seen me unless you saw it on my Instagram, my thing to look from Halloween, because that was slightly Garbage Pail Kid esque,
Mm-hmm.
Cabbage Patch Kid esque, because I'm a little plus size. I probably would have looked like that. It just would have dirtied it up a whole lot.
See,
Thing two got into some things.
I was going through so many thoughts in my head about what I
Mm-hmm.
could do, looking at the cards, looking at um the Runway, because this one, because I didn't know the reference, I just let it play through and I watched what everybody would have done. And I think I would have done something that involved the toilet.
Ooh.
And I don't know, maybe name it like Swirly Shirley or something. I don't know.
I think there was one called Swirly Shirley.
Was there? Maybe that's why it's on my head. I don't know. I don't know. You know, filth has always been like the one that always be like, that would be my biggest hurdle if I were to do Dragula is filth.
Okay, so filth would be your biggest hurdle for Dragula, and the sewing
last week I would have done complete filth with, you know, the what was the category last week? Terror in the Woods. I would have went straight filth with that. So I take that comment back.
I think it just depends on what your inspiration is, honestly.
Yeah. I don't know what I would have done. Maybe like a janitor. Maybe a janitor. Swirly Shirley. I have on. Oh no, that's too similar to what Bitch Pudding did in her final floor show. I just thought about that. I don't know. This one got me, Gail. This one got me. But yes,
because if you don't know the reference, and even when you do, you know, like, because there's one for everything, and even then, because during the Panini, was their like 40-year anniversary or something like that, and so they were creating new characters. Everything's been done.
Yeah. But let's move on to Organic. I thought this was a very creative look. I thought it fit the filth category, but it did not give me Trash Can Kid. There was no like whimsical animation, cartoonish vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? It was lacking in that department. But I do like the look, and I do think it's filth. It's just we're missing the Trash Can Kid.
That's so funny, because all I saw was Garbage Pail Kid.
Really? Okay.
Yes, because, like, yeah, they had the Garbage Pail Kid faces, but some of them were like you could, I can't even think of an alliteration of a name right now, but, like, some of them had, like, Boilish Billy or something like that, and his face looked just like that.
And I will say the face gives, and I agree with you, the face gives it's the actual costume that does not give me.
The costume does not. The costume is more adult, more.
Yeah, so I agree with you. The headpiece, very much so. But
the actual costume, and even the thing at the bottom, the hemorrhoid coming out the bottom, gave very Garbage Pail Kid. The outfit did not.
And I think that's what took me out of it. The outfit didn't give me the Garbage Pail Kid. So let's move on to JK. And what did you think of JK's look and presentation?
I like the over exaggeration of the hand. I kind of saw it, knew exactly what they were trying to be, you know, what they were referencing in their floor show. But like the previous outfit, it kind of takes you out of Garbage Pail Kid. But it gives me Garbage Pail Kid at the same time.
It gives me Garbage Pail Kid. The only thing that gets me is, you know, you don't know what order the looks are going to be. But this is the second look where, you know, there's a melting, well, in this case, it's more of a dripping effect.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the only thing, you know, 2 weeks back to back. But overall, I do like the look. And also, if you zoom in on these pictures, those are pictures of JK. Well, they put their face on somebody else's picture for these photos that are all over JK's body. Like on the head, the arm, and the leg. JK's face has been photoshopped onto them.
Yes.
But yeah, I thought this was a good look. It's just I hate that it was 2 weeks in a row we got the melty, drippy type effect.
Right.
So up next we have Onyx on Dix. Now, I like this. It
Mm-hmm.
gives Garbage Pail Kid. I have a question about the leg too, because you never told us where you got the leg from.
Exactly.
And you have your leg taped up like it could possibly have been yours, but then how? You know what I'm saying?
How are you walking
If that's your leg.
without your leg?
Yeah. But other
And
than
I
that,
agree with the critique. Like, if it wasn't yours, why do you have your skate on their leg?
thank you. Like if you would have walked out and you would have had like a different skate and you had both of yours on, whatever. I'm like, okay, you cut somebody's leg off. But
Right.
that's your skate. Why is your skate on here?
Exactly.
Yeah, so like I
I
like it.
mean, even if it had been black, if they had made it decorated differently, that would have worked for me.
And yeah, I
I
like
think
it.
they
I
were just,
just wish it was just a little bit more elevated and it made just a little
yeah,
bit more sense.
yeah.
Up next
Their
is
storytelling was a little askew.
yeah. Up next is Drop Zombie.
Who always tells a really good story.
I fucking love this.
Yes.
It fits the category.
You get who they
You
are.
get who they are. And it's just it all works for me. It all works for me. And
Hmm.
like the actual floor show with the scooping of everything out, that worked for me. It was like this floor show was hard for me to watch at times. I'm like, ugh, ugh. But
Right?
but I really
But
enjoyed this. I agree with their win. This was just this was good. This was good.
it was perfection.
What did you think of this look?
I liked it. I mean, like I said, it was elevated like just perfectly. And it was executed perfectly. And it gave me very, very Garbage Pail Kid.
Up next is anaphylactic. Did I say that right?
Anaphylactic.
Anaphylactic. There we go. Anaphylactic.
This did not give me Garbage Pail Kid.
Now it did. I just don't think it was executed properly. Like it was a sad thing when she took off the wig and the face immediately fell off. I'm like, oh,
Oh
I think that
no.
was supposed to be a later reveal, and
Mm,
it didn't fall. It fell apart.
right.
But
Because
overall,
there
go
uh-huh.
ahead.
No, because there were Garbage Pail Kids that had like features like that where they could peel their face off, peel their nails back. So yeah, that was kind of sad.
But yeah, again, it's just like I see it. I just wish it was executed better. Um, I feel like the actual bodysuit is just like a tad bit too big.
Yeah,
Maybe they lost some weight while there. I don't know, but I just feel like just a tad bit
it's
too
only
big.
week 2.
Baby, stress will do it to you.
Trust me, I know. How you think I lost 25 pounds?
Shoot, I'm finna get real skinny, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Not from stress. I'm gonna get serious about what I eat and count calories. I got a food scale in there. Like, yeah, I'm finna get ready to do this 2 week detox after Thanksgiving, and then go into this
Right
meal
before
prep.
Christmas.
Huh?
I said right before Christmas.
I've never been like Christmas. I'll be fine eating right on Christmas. It was Thanksgiving my biggest thing. I'm like, I'm not finna miss out on my greens, beans, tomatoes, lamb, legs, hog, maul, all that. I ain't finna miss on all that.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna start the week after Thanksgiving. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun time
Till Daddy takes the T-bird away.
until Daddy takes her T-bird away. But unfortunately, I don't think they're gonna take this T-bird. It's just,
No.
I'm like, I need to get ahead of this now, so hopefully there won't be any issues down the road.
Yep.
So let's do it. I just gotta be okay with being bored when it comes to food. And
Yeah.
I follow this fitness and nutrition coach on TikTok, and she said
Mhm.
that's the biggest problem with a lot of people. They get bored on their meal plans. They get bored, you know, having to follow these set of rules, and that's why a lot of people fail because they're not okay with being bored when it comes to their food. If you can make
Mhm.
it, and she said if you can make it past that first week, she said that first week will be the hardest. If you
Mhm.
can make it past that first week, you'll fly through the rest. You will fly through the rest. She said her biggest thing is she wants to teach people how to have a better relationship with food. She's not a big
Yeah.
she's not a big fan of those people who do the like the keto and the intermediate fasting. She's not a big fan of those because it's not teaching you how to have a healthy relationship with food.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna follow her plan, and I'll let y'all know the process. So if I start getting skinny and acting like I don't know y'all, that's why.
Yeah. Guys, like for me, I also needed to have a healthy relationship with food.
I know my
Like
relationship ain't
when
good. I know it ain't.
yeah, and mine either. Cause the funny thing is everybody's like, why do you always eat? You're always eating fast food or you're always doing this. How come you don't ever cook for yourself? And I'm like, I'm afraid to cook for myself. Because when I cook for myself, that's when I overeat. Because to me, my mouth, my taste buds, they crave something. So like for about a month I was craving macaroni and cheese, and I finally gave into my macaroni and cheese craving like a week and a half ago. Made
See, I
not even
hyperfixate on food as well.
like I didn't even make a big thing of macaroni and cheese. I made a little 8 by 8 pan of macaroni and cheese. It took me a week to eat it. And I'm like eating an unhealthy amount of it. And then it was to the point where sometimes I would have too much on my plate and I was like, I'm full, but I don't want the macaroni to go to waste. And it's so good. My taste
And
buds are
that's
like,
another
oh,
big
but you've been
issue.
craving this for so long. Just eat it. And so then I would force myself to eat more and my stomach would hurt. And
Yeah, that's
yeah.
also, a lot of people who grew up, with not the most money.
Mm-hmm.
We were taught you need to clean your plate. You need to make sure everything is eaten off your plate. There's been nights I've slept at the table because I didn't want to eat what was on my plate.
Mm-hmm.
And that's something that we have followed into our adult years. Oh, I'm actually full. I don't want to eat no more, but I still have all this. I don't want it to go to waste. So you force yourself to eat it. You make yourself sick, and then you're like me, the size of a humpback whale.
You're not the size of a bag of wax.
Oh my! I feel like one. Looking at my pictures from DragCon, and then just looking at pictures that people have taken of me recently. That's not the
Mm-hmm.
person I see in my head. That is
Oh, trust me.
that is not the person I see. So I need the person I see in here out here
To be out here.
to be out
Yes,
here.
exactly. Because, like, I have a picture of myself. I was scrolling through my pictures yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the picture I have of me from last year's ACL,
Mm-hmm.
I look completely different from this year's ACL. Like, last year's ACL, I did not look healthy. I did not look happy. Like, I looked like I was trying to be, but couldn't. I looked so much better this year. And even though like the weight difference was only minuscule, like you could tell a world of difference regardless. And I was just like, yeah. And then I can tell a difference in the way my clothes fit me, how I feel in my clothes. I don't feel disgusting anymore. Um,
Yeah, that was another
like,
thing I'm going through now. I had to up my shirt size. That I've been in the same shirt size for many years. And
mhm.
recently I've had to up my shirt size. And that was like, oh shit, Desmond, we need to do something. You've
That
been
was your oh shit
You were
moment.
like, I've been at this amount. I'll be honest with y'all. I have been at 5X for the longest. I'm a tall guy. I'm 6'10". So I tend to get the 5X because of length. But then I started filling out that 5X to the point where now I like the one I have on right now is a 7. I went up 2 sizes and I'm like, no. No. And I think, our algorithm is, things that are popping up because of our like history and our search history, etc., etc. I don't know what I did to end up on that side of TikTok, but I'm glad I have. I've been watching so many videos and listening to different podcasts, and I'm like, okay, I think if I were to start it this time, I would take it seriously because I've started plenty of shit in the past. First little bump I got in the road, that's it. I'm ordering a pizza. But yeah, I feel like this go around, I think I'm mature enough to handle, and I really want the change. I want my insides to match my outsides.
Yeah.
So, I know we went off on a little tangent here. Let's get back into.
We've done it like 3 times. Bear with us. We're sorry.
Up next, we have Fantasia Royale Gaga. This didn't really give me cabbage.
That's not garbage.
Garbage.
Pail
I said
Kid
cabbage. Garbage Pail Kids. It's a nice look. Like, it wasn't bad. I don't think it should have been in the bottom, but I didn't really get Garbage Pail from this.
No, I got more. What is it? What was her title? Like Wilted Beauty or Sorrowful Beauty or whatever from 13 Ghosts, with the plastic surgery and the 5,000cc breast augmentation. That was not a Garbage Pail Kid situation. Garbage Pail Kids were not adult things. They were more or less like little kids that had little kid problems.
Well, I think I can see why she chose this route because she does have the big titties.
Exactly.
So play into it. And, it's inspired by and not, actual replicas. But even with it being inspired by, I do not see
Garbage Pail Kid.
Yeah, I don't see Garbage Pail.
Trash Can Kid, as it were.
Up next is Cynthia Doll. Again, I didn't get Garbage Pail from this.
No, and you can tell they got dressed in a porta potty.
Even if they didn't, I still think this look would have been.
This was their look. Sans porta potty. They deserved everything they got in this episode. And what were you tripping for if all you were gonna do was smear your makeup on your face?
Yeah, it's just this didn't. I like the doll though. That doll gives more garbage pail. I keep saying gabbage. I'm trying to combine cabbage and garbage. Garbage Pail Kid. That gives more. But yeah, I didn't really get Garbage Pail from this. Or Trash Can Kid, what they're calling it on the show. Because I guess they didn't want to pay for the rights to say.
Copyright.
Yeah. But here, we can say it. Garbage Pail. So we're going to move on to Jarvis Hammer. I adored this. I really did.
It was cutesy.
It was. I felt like it. Honestly, it fit the theme, but at the same time, I don't think it did at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it has that cartoonish effect to it, but I don't get Garbage Pail. You know what I'm saying? But I do like the look. I like the floor show. It all worked for me. What did you think of Jarvis's look this week?
Like I said, it was cutesy. It didn't give me Garbage Pail Kid either, but say la vie.
Say la vie. All right, we're moving on to Niharu X. This is filth, hands down, amazing filth. This is not Garbage Pail.
Not at all.
Although this is a great look and it was a great performance, I was confused when they called Neo in the top. I'm like, why? And I'm like, maybe I'm tripping. Let me get online. And other people online were saying the same thing. And I'm like, okay, I'm not tripping.
Right.
I'm not tripping. This look, amazing.
Yeah.
10, but it's not Garbage Pail. It's
Yeah.
not. What did you think of this look?
Yeah, I was confused with that.
I do love the little comment that she made in the laboratory
Hmm.
where she's like, these lips are made of silicone. These lips are made of silicone. And these lips are made in China. Oh, that tickled me. I'm like, I love her, but this week I would not have had her in the top. I
No, I
think
mean
I think
it
it's
was a
clear.
great look, but it was not Garbage
I
Pail
think
Kid
it's
look.
clear who the Boulets want to win this season.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see. But I think we're looking at who's going to win this season.
Is it bad to say that I don't want them to win?
I gotta wait to see other weeks. Now this week they shouldn't have been in the top. But let's see how the rest of the season go before I say I don't want them to win just yet. So let's move on to Satana.
It's cute.
It's cute. I would have chose a different shoe.
It's facts.
I like that she's red. It does give me Garbage Pail Kid, but something
Mm-hmm.
is off about this look, and I just don't know what. So I'm gonna let you talk about the
I
look.
think it's the outfit.
Maybe
I think it's just the outfit,
because I
period.
like the outfit, but is it the outfit that's throwing it off for me?
Or the little touches of white.
No, I don't think that's it. Maybe because the face is so like elaborate and so detailed, and then the look
Mm-hmm.
is like, oh, you just threw that
You
on.
went through your closet and threw some red paint on underneath.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. So the Boulets have their little moment where they sit down and read everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have all of our looks lined up here. Who was your favorite this week?
Oh. Oh. Hmm. Hmm.
I've already zoomed in on them. I already know which one because we're going to pick the same one.
I'm gonna say Throb Zombie.
And that's exactly who I zoomed in on. Throb Zombie understood the assignment, executed it perfectly, and had my vote. Okay? Had,
Yeah.
had all of my vote. So, we find out that the tops and the bottoms this week are as followed. In the top, we have Throb Zombie, Nia Horu, and Orgatic, with the bottoms being Anna Phylactic, Cynthia Doll, and Onyx on Dix. Do you agree with this top and bottom placement?
Not with some of the tops.
Yeah, Neo and Orgatic, I'm sorry, y'all, but I wouldn't have y'all up there. I would have like maybe I would have Blackberry up there for sure. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Jarvis. Maybe Jarvis. But the bottom three I do agree with. Let me look at what I put down on my notes here. Do I agree with the bottom three? Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I do agree with the bottom three. So we find out that the winner of this week's challenge is Throb Zombie. Two. Do you agree with this win?
Mm-hmm.
I do as well. I do as well. And we find out that the bottom two is Cynthia Doll and Onyx on Dix. Do you agree?
Based on looks, maybe.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And they let them know that they will be transferring maggots, worms, and larvae from one
Yeah.
container to the other, and whoever does the best in 60 seconds wins the extermination.
Mm-hmm.
But they also said we'll also look at your track record as well.
What track record? It's been 1 week.
So like, listen, we're gonna look at everything you've done so far in this competition, and look at your notes from tonight. which made me think, oh yeah, they're finna send Onyx home because you know Onyx was they weren't
Mm-hmm.
up for elimination, but you know they were there,
Yep.
and now they're like, oh yeah, we're fixing to throw you to the wolves, honey.
Yep. Because they were like, yeah, we don't know who you are, and apparently you don't know who you are either.
And I feel like I understood who they were, but hey,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. So let's talk
Whatever.
about what happened in the cauldron.
Yo, that was some bull.
So we sit down, and
They
before
needed to sit down.
before the others like before like the bottom two even walks in, Orgotic was like, "JK, you should have been in the bottom." I'm like, "Excuse
What a
me?
way.
Well, what's going on here?" And then once everyone did get in, they congratulated Throb Zombie and immediately went back on jumping on JK, especially Cynthia
Mm-hmm.
Doll. And they were all sitting there like, "Oh, you should be in the bottom. You should be in the bottom." Well, apparently the Boulet brothers did not agree.
Exactly.
So, are y'all saying y'all's opinion is better than the Boulets? Is
Hmm.
that what y'all saying? And she's defending herself rightfully. And she
Yes.
even asked Cynthia like, "Why do you hate me?" And Cynthia was like, "Well, you came in hot. Everybody came in hot, just like you said earlier. Everybody came in hot. What are you
Everybody,
talking about?"
everybody was ragging on everybody. And if you cannot take the heat, get out the kitchen.
There's the dough. And it irritated me. And then here comes Throb. And as much as I like Throb, this really pissed me off. Went over to Throb and said, "Maybe you should stop talking." I'm like, what the fuck do you mean she needs to stop talking?
The gaslighting was real
Like,
in
just
this
don't
episode.
respond to them. Don't respond to them. This reminds me of the Vixen and Eureka.
You're telling me how
Why
to
is
react, but you're not
everyone
telling them how to react.
why is everyone telling me how to react when nobody's telling them how to act? And even as they're over there talking, Jarvis started throwing slugs. And she's like,
Oh my
"See?"
god, and that pissed me
And I'm
off.
like, "See, yet again." But if I react, I'm the bad person.
Exactly. Exactly. I tell my students this all the time. Like, do not allow the way that you react to them get you in trouble. If they do something, let them get in trouble because it's not because what I see as a teacher is not necessarily their action, but how you're reacting to it. And that's why you're the one who's getting in trouble. And then they'll look at me and I'm like, life lessons. I am sorry.
And it really irritated me. Throb. Now I like the fact that Throb sat there and then she was like, just ignore it. But you shouldn't have came to JK as if they were the problem when it was
Exactly.
Cynthia, Jarvis, and everybody else over there in that cauldron who was causing it.
Exactly. Because what you should have done was turn around, walked over there, and been like, look, I don't know what y'all's problem is. They ain't did nothing to you. They ain't said nothing to you right now. If you feel that they needed to be in the bottom, then that is your opinion. Obviously, that is not what the Boulet brothers thought. In the meantime, just keep their name out your mouth. And then turned around and went to Jax and been like, if they keep doing it, just don't react. Tell them how to act first, and then tell me how to react.
And it's annoying. Like it was like you said a second ago, the gaslighting.
Yes,
And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, I can't. It couldn't have been me. Like if I would have saw this happening, I would have been like, oh hell no, what we not finna do? Because I would have
exactly.
said
Is
something.
act like
I would have said
is sit
something to
here.
Throb immediately. What we're not finna do is come after JK like she's the problem. It's these bitches up
Exactly.
in here.
There are 11 of y'all.
Instead of standing down on your own opinions, you're just going after the scapegoat because you know it's an easy target.
Exactly. And are you trying to make yourself look good on TV by going over there and acting like you're placating them?
Like this made this whole cast. It painted an ugly color in all of them.
Look, because all I got was, I was like, oh my God, is this Titans all over again? Because Titans, remember, we were so annoyed with Titans last
But we
year.
were more annoyed about that thruple nonsense that would never end.
Okay, and it went the whole season. Oh my god! And for what? No payoff.
None.
No payoff.
Not a single one.
I'm like, are you serious? You took, not only were these three in this emotional roller coaster, but you took millions of people who sat here and streamed and watched and consumed these episodes this season through this emotional roller coaster with these three people. And in the end, nobody ended up with anybody. Everybody ended up with their heart broke. And I'm sitting here like, what was the reason?
What was the reason? I'm over it. So let's go ahead and get to the extermination. I didn't get very many pictures of it because it's gross.
Exactly.
Now this one, I think I would have done it to stay in the competition, but I'm not sure how well I would have done. Like I might have got exterminated. Just thinking about it. Thinking about. I can't. I'm sorry.
Do you know? I was sitting there and I was watching it and I was like, ooh, because like you sit there and you see them and they're like digging in and you think, oh, they're gonna get like a whole mouthful, and I'm pretty sure they felt like it was a whole mouthful, and then they spit it out and there's like 4 or 5 bugs, and I'm like, come on, you could have did better than that. Just scoop and spit them out. And I say that as somebody who has not experienced it, and I'm pretty sure, like I said, in the moment they thought that they was doing the most, and then was like, wait, that's all I got.
It could not, would not, should not be me. But yeah, we begin the extermination, the killing scene, and we find out that the monster leaving us officially is Onyx on Dix. Do you agree with this decision?
That they've been wanting them gone for a minute, so.
Yeah. And I like the way they handled this killing because the Boulets didn't do it. It was the puppets of the top 3 monsters. I'm like, I thought that was cute.
Right. I saw that too, and I was like, look at that.
Which makes me wonder, did they have Onyx come back to record this? Because there's no way they could have had these puppets ready that quick.
I honestly think that that's how they do it. I think they have them all come back and film their extermination.
For those who know, let us know, because that's the only way this would make sense, because there's no way they could have had these done that quick. No way.
I saw that too, and I was like, that's not, oh wait, how did they do that? I think that was a post-production thing.
Maybe. Oh yeah, because I'm catching up on The Masked Singer right now because I didn't finish last season and they're on the new season. But anyway, I caught at the end of one of the episodes, it said like some of the scenes have been either re-recorded or something. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Re-edited?
No, something along the line of like it was reshot and redone. And I'm like, what do you mean some of the shots have been... It better be the performances from the judges at the beginning that was done over again. Because it better not been none in the competition. Okay? But hey, that is our Dragula episode 2 of season 5 review, honey. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. LaCresha, can you tell all these amazing people where they can find you on social media?
You can find me at Krisha McGill. That's CRESHAMCGILL on all social media.
And just a reminder, we are so close to our goal of 500 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel. We will love you forever and 2 mores. Forever and always. So
yes,
you can find
even if you're just subscribing just to rag on me.
Because they've been trying. And just know they got deleted every time. Don't play with me. Anyway, you can find me on all social media platforms at Simply Desmond. That's SIMPLYDESMOND. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see y'all later. Bye.